Hey cats, what's happening? It has been a really hot summer. I mean, it's hot again today. It's like yesterday is like 90 degrees, and it's so hot that I have trouble doing stuff outdoors, but I've been keeping up with it. I just end up getting soaking wet, with sweat. I'm going to be entertaining company here in just a couple days, so I've been trying to get everything ready for them. When they do come, I share my home as an Airbnb for it's Val's daughter and her family, so they're going to stay in the house. I'm giving them the bedrooms, and I'm going to sleep in my little cozy RV, and I'll be comfortable out there, and that way, they'll have the run of the house. I mean, I'll go in the morning and fix a coffee and breakfast and everything, and then I think during the day they're going to head out and do stuff too, so it isn't like they'll be here all day long either. But I wanted stuff to be nice, so I spent like all day yesterday cleaning house. And I mean, I scrubbed the floors in the bathrooms and the toilets, and I did a bang up job. It's like sparkling clean, fresh in there. So when they come, it'll be like a top-notch facility for them, and that's what I want. But anyway, in other things, I finally finished up my wife's car. I've been working on it for a couple months now, just kind of pecking away at it little by little. I got the new wheels on. When I did that, I had to add these little 1/4 inch spacers just to pop it out a little bit. And everything fit perfectly after that. But I had to take the brake rotors off to paint the hubs on them. And you see I also painted the calipers red. So it looks real nice. In other things, I put this rear spoiler on the back. I did leave the cat on there, but there was little paw tracks coming across here. I took those off just to clean that up a little bit. I had bought these stainless steel license plate frames, so we did that. On the front end, I added this little bug deflector thing. And this grill, the whole front end was white, the same color as this. So I painted the grill black just to give it a little more contrast. I think it looks pretty nice. Oh, and the other thing I had done was to add these window louvers, or whatever you call them. Little... the window shades, and you can drop the window down if it's raining and the rain doesn't come in. Now, I took it out for a test run yesterday on the road, and man, it runs great, and it handles really nice. I mean, it clings to the road like a little sports car. And the new tires I got on there, they're grippers, man, and it goes. But the problem I had yesterday, being that it was 90 degrees, the air conditioner is not working. It was in June that I had this car in the shop. That was the first thing I did before I started doing anything else. I took it in the shop, and I spent a fortune to get the air conditioner fixed. They had to replace the compressor, the air conditioner compressor, because it was shot. And then when I got it home, the air conditioner was working fine. It was blowing out ice cold air, and I was like, oh yes, that's perfect. Well, yesterday I get in, I'm driving around, it's blowing out like barely cool air, like not cold, just kind of barely cool, and it wasn't enough to keep the car cold. And I had to end up rolling the windows down so I could breathe, because it just got too hot in there. So it's going back in the shop again, and hopefully they'll stand up for their work. And it probably has a Freon leak. I mean, when they replaced the compressor, there's a fitting that probably leaked or something. and leak the free. That's the only thing I can think of, because you know, with a new compressor, I shouldn't be having a problem with it. Anyway, I got to go down and get the mail, and I'll take every bit of exercise I can get. So I'm gonna walk down. I could take the mini bike, I could take the Yamaha, I could take the car, but you know, it doesn't kill me to walk. In fact, it's good for me. I've had a lot of deer in the yard lately. A doe with 2 little spotted fawns. This morning the turkey vultures were in my yard hanging out. I saw one. I mean, they got like a 8-foot wingspan, and that thing just comes right by the window, and it like freaked me out. I thought it was somebody walking by my window, you know, but no. I look out and there's like 3 turkey vultures out there, and the crows every morning. You know, sometimes I'll throw stale bread or leftovers out for the crows, and they don't forget, and they're here every morning, and they're squawking at me to give them more leftovers. So I dig around if I can find something, and if I don't, sometimes I'll just chop up a hot dog or something and throw it out there, and they're happy. As soon as they get their snack, they're gone. I don't see them the rest of the day. But if I don't give them something, they'll be here all day. And every time I come outside, they're yelling at me. What's this? I get this thing from Harley Davidson. Test ride a new Harley Davidson model, and we'll give you $100 to spend in the store just for telling us what you think about it. Boy, they're hard up for business, huh? Yeah. Huh. Well, of course, what are you going to buy in the store for $100? Maybe a t-shirt, because you ain't going to get nothing else for $100 there. Everything's really marked up at the Harley store. The rest of the stuff I get is junk mail. Well, that's probably junk too. I doubt if I'll take them up on that offer. You know, I've heard say a lot of times, you know, hey Itchy, you should go get another, go get a Harley, get a big, get a dresser, get a big cruiser, and and for a long time V and I talked about it, because for the 2 of us it would have been a lot more comfortable to have a bigger bike. But me riding by myself, that fat boy's just fine. It fulfills my needs for riding. I don't need a bigger bike just to haul me around. I mean, you'd have more luggage space, but I'm never lacking for luggage space. I always have plenty of room in my saddlebags. So, and I'm not really touring across the country anymore. Been there, done that, and I've got no real urge to, head out on the motorcycle and go across the world again. So, I've still considered it, but every time, the more I think about it, the more I think, I'm not going to pull the trigger on that. I mean, it would be nice to have a brand new bike, but in the shop here, I've already got. I'd really have to squeeze things in here because the shop's just getting crowded. And of course, I could do it. I could rearrange some things. The mower can go out to the shed, but the reason it's in the garage here is because the mower that was out in the shed kept getting full of rat's nests or mice nests. And so I keep it in here. I don't get the mice. It's a brand new tractor. I don't want the mice chewing up the wires on it or anything else. So it sits there. Same with the other motorcycles. I'm not going to put them out in the shed because, again, that place is a mouse nest. And I mean, they've been getting in here too, but I keep a lot of mouse traps in here. I'm always vigilant about checking my traps. I've got one up here on the workbench that hasn't been triggered back there. I've got two on the other side of the garage that I keep an eye on every day. And I've been catching them. Mostly over on that side of the garage by her car. And that's where they made the nest inside her engine compartment. But it's just something you got to keep up on here. You know, the other day I was out here in the garage. I came around this side of the Nissan, and there was a big snake laying right here on the floor. And that kind of startled me. I mean, I'm not afraid of snakes, but I wasn't really expecting that. I was kind of surprised. I thought, well, if you're going to eat mice, you're welcome in my garage, because snakes don't make nests in your cars or eat your wiring. So I'm good with that. Anyway, back to the motorcycle. The other thing I just don't want right now is to come up with another car payment. Now, I just paid off my truck. That's going in the trash. I just paid off my truck. And so the money that I would have been paying on the truck, I started putting back into her car, trying to get that fixed up a little bit to where it would be decent enough to use. You know, I mean, it ran before, but the tires were getting pretty worn out. I had it on the highway one day, and it was a little slippery, and I actually went sideways in that thing because of the tires. And then I said, oh man, it just doesn't handle that well. These new tires I got, way better, way better. But anyway, yeah, instead of if I picked up another bike, then I'd have another big payment too. I mean, probably as much as my truck payment was. So, because if I did get a bike, I'd probably want something that had some horsepower to it and a bigger unit. So I don't know, and that's the thing. I don't even know what I would want. I don't have any desire for any particular model or anything. You know how sometimes when you want something, you know exactly what you want, and you want to go check it out, and you look at it and you just fall in love with it, and you say, oh yeah, man, that's exactly what I like. I don't have that. I mean, like I said, I'm happy with the bike I have. Now, here's the other thing. If I had a passenger, then it might be different. It might persuade me different, because my fat boy is only 80 cubic inch. The guys that have the 114s, they're pulling away from me like I'm standing still. It doesn't bother me. I can keep up with them. I can catch up with them. That's not a problem. But when there's somebody else on the back, it makes a big difference. It really does make a big difference on that fat boy. So to upgrade to something a little bigger with a little more horsepower, if I had a partner, then I might even consider it even more. But at this point, there's no partner in the wind, and I'm not really actively pursuing that. I'm not going out and looking for a partner. Oh, there's days here where, it gets really lonely, and I think to myself, oh my gosh, I just wish I had somebody here to share this with. But then other days I'm fine. It just kind of comes and goes like the weather. So, but overall, I enjoy my freedom, being able to come and go as I please. I've been able to do things that normally I wouldn't do if I had a partner. A lot of times it's your partner who curbs some of your plans because they have other plans, and you got to work together as a team. So you're no longer that solo. I'll do it. I'll do whatever I want when I want. No, you have to compromise with your spouse, with your mate, and do things together. So with me, I think I have too much freedom because I can go like a leaf on the wind, you know. I can take off whenever I want. I can come home whenever I want. I can do whatever I want. I can hang out with whoever I want. There were times when we really didn't entertain any company because one or the other just didn't feel like it. And, we kind of liked our own private space. But now that I'm here by myself, I entertain a lot. And my friends come over and hang out. And, I got no problem with that. Prior to me being single, that wouldn't happen. So I wouldn't just have my friends come over and hang out. It just wouldn't happen. But now it happens frequently, and I need that. I need that camaraderie. I need that friendship. So I enjoy that. I go hiking with Buzz still every week, and I enjoy that. I do other things with other people, and yeah, like I said, I can just come and go as I please when I want. In doing that, my schedule's been really super busy this summer, and I've been neglecting a lot of duties. So this week, I really been hammering hard. I left the bike park in the garage this week, and I just been hitting the housework hard, getting stuff done that's just been neglected for a while. And it feels good to get it done. I mean, the house smells better. It sparkles nicely now. So it's a good thing. It's a healthy thing. I like to keep a neat house. I'm not OCD because I do have my flaws, but I'm the kind of guy that will not just set something down and walk away. If it has a place, it goes in its place when I'm done with it. I don't just, you won't find stuff just laying around randomly that was set there and never picked up. It doesn't happen here. I force myself to put stuff away. If trash needs emptied, I empty it, and I'll take it out to the garage or do what has to be done there. If laundry needs done, I don't leave it laying on the floor. I don't leave it, dirty clothes in the closet or anything. It goes in the laundry, it gets washed, it gets folded, and it gets put away. That's how I roll. And, I just don't like the mess. I don't like looking at something that isn't done because it's a feeling. When you look at it, you think to yourself, it's almost depressing. Like, I got to do that laundry, I got to clean that kitchen up. It's a mess. I got to sweep the front porch. There's all kinds of junk blew in on there. I take care of it, and then I don't have to worry about it. I look at my kitchen, it's sparkling clean. That's the way I like it. And it's pleasant to me. It brings me happiness, not anxiety. When I go up to the bedroom, I don't have dirty clothes laying around. It's a good feeling to know that all my clothes are clean when I can pick something out to wear every day, that it's a clean shirt. So, but this week I really hammered on the housework because I neglected, dusting is one thing. I spent, an hour, like I dusted everything in the house, upstairs, downstairs, everything. Vacuuming and do it like upstairs where the cat sleeps up there. There's always cat hair. So I had to get the little brush thing and vacuum all the furniture. And that takes a while, but it looks really nice. I get all the cat hair vacuumed up. And it is things that I neglect that I don't take care of regularly. Anyway, I'm looking forward to them coming in a couple days. It's going to be a lot of fun. Like I said, they got their own agenda, so they won't be here all the time, but the time that they are here, I will definitely enjoy. So, I think I'll wrap this up now. I do have a couple more little chores I want to do outside, but I can only spend so much time. I weeded today. I was out there getting just muddy, filthy, dirty, down in the weeds, just ripping out tons of weeds and working around the flowers. I don't want to pull my flowers out, and that's a little more tricky when you get to that, a little more dainty with the weeding, because you got to be careful you don't uproot something that's not supposed to be uprooted. And I hate weeding, but if I don't, I won't have a flower garden anymore. It'll be a weed garden, just solid weeds, and I might as well just mow it down. And I've had people say that, dude, just get rid of the flower garden. You won't have to worry about it anymore. Well, I like it, and people like it when they come over. And, then I got my angel out there, too. So she watches over that flower garden. She kind of gives me a dirty eyeball when I don't pull the weeds out there. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, thanks for watching. If you like my video, hit the like button. If you haven't yet, please subscribe and join us. Till next time, cats, I got to get outside again and get some more work done. So I'll catch you later. I'll tell you what, I'll sit in that chair, and if I stay there too long, I'll start melting into the chair, you know what I mean?